This is so true that Tarot on YouTube is nearly fully dedicated to this subject. The author's daughter made a painting in which a person is behind bars, but a closer look reveals that behind him is the vast open natural forest. Most of us have created such prisons where we think there is no way out, but in reality, we are all free if we just become aware. This book, The Only Way Out is Within, written by Rohini Singh, is a wonderful book that deals with different aspects of life from a spiritual perspective and also discusses the relation between spiritual energies and our physical health. The spiritual ideas are not something unique. They have been discussed since time immemorial, and the author acknowledges that. Even centuries ago, Buddha was seized with similar problems of life and explored similar solutions. But the important thing is how each of us as individuals explore and experience those thoughts of spirituality, how we practice it in our life, and how that impacts and transforms us. The author terms our emotions as emotions, that is, energy motions, the movement of energy. The author says there are 7 layers of energy in us. It is important to keep such energies clean to be in a state of wellness. At birth, we are fearless and spontaneous. However, as we grow, we pass through various levels of conditioning. For example, there is always a particular ideal way for which a girl or a boy should behave or deal with situations. There are many influencing factors, from social expectations to the kind of family and parents the kid is born into. The objective is to turn the kid into a mature person. However, this is achieved at the expense of suppression of natural instincts. Rather than life becoming an exploration, life becomes a list of do's and don'ts. The thinking mind takes over the natural instincts. And why do we have to think for any action? To have approval. And even apart from approval, the society and the family and the parents have different ways to enforce conformity. Some do it through emotional blackmail, through criticisms, while society does it through law. And in many situations which are illegal, all those bad people enforce their will through threats. Fear and insecurities make people manipulative. This leads to repression of conflicts and holding on to hurts. And these can have disastrous long term effects if we don't reset ourselves to positive states of awareness. A painful heart can indicate that the person is holding on to hurt, bitterness, and resentment. Non acceptance can cause indigestion. Anger affects the liver. Feeling of financial insecurity can lead to lower back pain. There is a long list. Simply stated, bottled up emotions can lead to development of various ailments and pain in different parts of the body. Physical health is thus also a consequence of how we respond to our life situations. The author has discussed various energy draining emotions, and if we remain stuck with those, then that can have many adverse mental and physical consequences for us. An interesting thing is that while negative emotions are felt by us, there is one emotion that needs a minimum of two people to exist, and that is anger. Anger is interactive. An interesting thing that I have observed is that society places a premium on anger. Teachers get angry, even beat students. People in high positions are shown as angry. Everyone obeys them quickly when they are angry. Bollywood movies portray the angry young man as an ideal to be followed. People applaud such persons. We have to be careful to not fall into such traps. These are perfect examples of conditioning where such negative behaviors are seen as acceptable behavior. And what is the source of these low energies? Our ego. The ego wants to control. Ego controls the individual and tries to control others by habits, actions, and attitudes. The author puts it well when she says that a noisy, restless, and agitated mind provides fertile ground for ego to blossom. There is a chapter devoted to being happy. The author gives a situation which is a cause of misery for many people. People think that everything will resolve if only a particular person changed his or her behavior, and that person is the only solution to their life. This is so true that whole of tarot on YouTube is nearly fully dedicated to this subject, where people are waiting for someone to come back. If you think that the key to your happiness is with another person, then you are like that person in the painting who thinks he is in prison, whereas he is only lacking the awareness that in reality he is fully free. Each of us are on our own unique spiritual journey. The family in which we are born and friends and situations we have are with a purpose of learning and ascension for each of such individuals. Just remember that your happiness is not with anyone else but inside you. That's the spiritual reality. You are your own master and you have to find your own solutions to challenges. This book deals with many topics relevant to our life and connects spirituality with both our mental and physical aspects, and is very well written and with great details. I highly recommend this book. Thank you for watching this presentation.